Ever felt very lazy, feeling not doing anything, even though what you're supposed to be doing is extremely crucial? Just when the deadline is about to come is when you suddenly started panicking and finally feel the need to work your way out? That is where procrastination is being introduced. The state to which our body don't feel like doing the important things we needed to do. It is a negative habit of every people in here. This impacts not only the students, but the teachers, office workers, and others as well. In other words, laziness can also be pretty much be the other terms here. As we all know, this has been a problem for centuries. It can also be the cause of our academic decline. And it can also conserve stress to many students as to why they brought down the desire to work hard and achieve something. Whether it be the attempt to attain academic achievements or at least only achievement in general. Now, what are the causes of this procrastination? Well, it relies more on mental work. It usually starts with us having low self-esteem and self-confidence, with ourselves the inability to get up and do something due to us not having confidence with ourselves to work hard. All of us are already born and used to walking towards the river flow of time and just letting whatever the tides takes us. We are taught to be like a fish that goes with the flow, not swimming against it, and do something special and important for ourselves, or even have the passion to achieve something. Due to low self-esteem, we are really used to being careful. When the time isn't up, instead of planning / doing it ahead of time. Some of us never cared for measly achievements in the first place and just be a bystander for others' success. This is one of the major factors of it. Some of the declining achievers, the lack to do something, the lack to meet the deadline, because they think it's crucial to just let them do the task at their own pace. The mindset to let the tomorrow's problem be transferred to tomorrow's me. No. While it may be okay for that mindset to occur in some certain situations, as it is telling the self to let go of the worries and calm one's mind a bit. However, when this mindset is being used too much, it is a factor that breeds procrastination. Just one more day and I'll do it later. And then we ended up not doing it again in those another days. Additionally, the deadline is slowly impending against us. While there may be causes as to why procrastination still exists, such as distractions, or could even be possibly mental health issues. However, one thing we must remember is that time doesn't give anyone a second chance, unless you are lucky enough that some certain incident happened that delayed the inevitable. But besides that, time itself is merciless. If you fail to submit the deadline and receive punishment for it, and additionally, you gained extreme regret for it for not doing it earlier, so what? Time will scoff at you coldly and continues to flows away indifferently. The time already gave you a second chance. So why a time to prepare before deadline earlier? So why give you a chance now? As aforementioned, the mind phenomenon, known as procrastination, may be worse, but the effect itself is worse. Such as when the deadline is already at the nearest date, and the things you do are completely rushed, then thus will result in a chaotic mess. But however, while procrastination may not be preventable to others due to their motivation slowly depleting, there may be some ways to gain motivation, that is to always stay active, move around, get your adrenaline going and dopamine going, and within that adrenaline that has been continuously pumping you off, that is where you will finally find motivation to do things that you have been needing to do. Or eat enough healthy foods and get some good sleep in the right time and the right place to be able to be ready for doing your activity, due to you being in the right headspace to finally do something productive. Or remove distractions that can block your path to success in doing something productive, such as social media, video games, and other things that may distract you. Or just realize that, as I have mentioned earlier, that time is as precious as gold, is unforgiving as nature, as it doesn't wait for anyone. And what you're doing right now is very crucial to what is soon to come for the future. Example being assignments or modules that has been given to you by your teachers, or what additionally records your grade. Therefore, immediately responds. Plus, if the assignment has already been done in the while, where you can finally clear off your mind and relax about it. Time is gold and hard work is the seeds of success. But procrastination is the negative factor that drags us down to achieving something greater. As I have said, procrastination is a factor, a negative factor that pulls us down for reaching achievement within our specific task. It is a flaw in human being that keeps us fair yet vulnerable to the soon-to-be challenges ahead. Is there a cure? Of course not. But the way to manage it is present. Even though we are surrounded by procrastination, hindering us from our progress, but it and time itself cannot block our path from our progress. In this world, there are no absolutely disparate situations. There are only people who gave in to procrastination and suffer heavily from it. When we look at our inner hearts, we will find that the miracle and the success is within ourselves all along. To discover oneself, to conquer oneself, and to rely on oneself.